Bonjour, j'aimerais vous présenter un homme extraordinaire que j'ai ici à mes côtés. C'est Dr. Reçoit. C'est un chiropraticien qui a une renommée mondiale pour une méthode qu'il a inventée qui corrige avec une très grande précision les premières cervicales. Dr. Sweat, j'aimerais que vous... I would like you to tell our people where you're coming from and why you decided to become a chiropractor.
Okay, I was in the Navy in World War II and honorably discharged. And my sister was having migraine headaches. And she was taking phenobarbital, some of the other drugs, but I've seen her in bed in real bad severe spasms, and she went to the chiropractor and he adjusted her atlas right here at the base of the skull, and her headaches cleared up. And she took me with her to meet him, and he showed me the old spinal chart and the nerves, and I decided to go to chiropractic college. And we went to Davenport, Iowa in January 1947. We completed our 4-year course that was required at that time. Opened an office in Decatur, Georgia in April of 1950, and have practiced ever since that time.
Mm-hmm. And I think you have been very busy developing that new method which we call Atlas orthogonal, and yes. We would like you to explain our people what it is and how it works.
Okay, the atlas is the first vertebrae at the base of the skull, and it should the head should sit level on the atlas, and it can tilt, and the head goes off center, and then the whole spine will shift. Chiropractors were correcting that with their hands. And I was taught the hand program, and I was never too enthusiastic about it. I thought it was maybe satisfactory, but I became disenchanted with chiropractic in the hand type adjusting. They call it a toggle recoil. And so I then went to study under Dr. John F. Grostic in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and he began to adjust it into a lot lighter forces with angles and vectors. And so I studied with him, and then in the 50s he asked me to help him teach his program. We taught with him the Grostic procedure until 1964 when he died. And then we moved the programs down to Atlanta, and then I said we should be able to design an instrument that would do the same thing, maybe a little more accurately. And so we designed the Atlas orthogonal adjusting instrument in 1960, and our first instrument was 1970. So we have been doing the instrument Atlas orthogonal program since 1970.
And why did you choose to correct the atlas with an instrument instead of doing the correction with your hands?
Well, I had a lot of friends that had bad wrists. Some of them had bad backs. They couldn't lean over the table. So I said I'd like to design an instrument that'll do the same thing and have all the doctors equal. It could do the same job, in my opinion, consistently and more accurately.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
We have about 500 doctors in the United States that are using our equipment. Got 35 or 40 in Canada. We've got 5 or 6 in Germany. We've got about 10 in Australia. We've got 1 in Spain and 1 in Italy, and so our programs since 1970 have held up good, and we're real pleased with it.
Of course. Can you talk to us a little bit about what the kind of problems that can be solved by the instrument, the Atlas orthogonal instrument?
Basically, it would be spinal problems, pinched nerves, nerve pressures, and disc problems. Most all of them will respond quite satisfactorily. We have tests and examinations that if we don't think they should be under our care, we refer them to medical doctors, orthopedic doctors, or whatever. So usually the ones we decide to put under our care respond quite satisfactorily.
Dr. Sweat, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I think we owe a big thank you for all the beautiful work you've been doing for humanity, humankind, I would say.
Yes.
And how much you've been helping so many people.
Well, we would like to say that the human race knows what the front of their head looks like and what the top of their head looks like, but they don't know what the back of their head looks like. And so it's our responsibility to show them how the head and the atlas and the cervical spine should sit in its proper relationship and make sure they are in atlas orthogonal alignment.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, and
Okay.
I think we're very lucky, very fortunate to have you here tonight.
Well,
J'espère que ça vous aura aidé à comprendre un peu mieux qu'est-ce que c'est l'atlas orthogonal, et puis ça vous aura un peu motivé aussi à désirer avoir l'atlas orthogonal bien droit.